Hey everyone, it's Suzanne, and I want to thank you for joining us for our So Suzy podcast, where we'll be exploring and demystifying some of the crafting world's greatest mysteries. You will also be able to get the show notes and the links we reference by visiting us at www.sosuzypodcast.com. Welcome back to week 4 of our planner series. Every week during the month of June, we are going to be bringing you a new interview with someone from the planning industry to tell us a bit more about their planners, what they use, the benefits they receive, and give us a few tips for using their style. Today, we have Jessica from Jessica Marie Design, who creates custom planner printables for you to use with your favorite binding system. I have been using Jessica's printables for the last 2 years, and I absolutely love them. When I started my business 3 years ago, I needed something robust and able to work with everything that I had going on in my life. From our personal home life, my stamp company, design team, bills, helping my husband run his company, new releases, and everything in between. A traditional planner just wasn't working for me anymore, as I had just way too much to do. I found Jessica on Etsy, and the colors for her monthly calendars were just so bright and cheery, and I realized if I had 8 monthly calendars for each month, that would help me tremendously. So I purchased my first calendar printable and was hooked. I would print out as many as I wanted, and it saved me so much money, aggravation, and time. Plus, I could still use my Levenger Circa discs and supplies, so it was a major win for me. Then I realized she created custom calendars. If I had the concept, she had the ability to turn it into something insanely amazing. Not only did I have her do me a custom weekly calendar, when I started my podcast, I also had her create me a special podcast planner for episode ideas and podcast show planner, which are indispensable. Now my planner, my podcasts, and my calendars all match and are super pretty. When I came up with the planner series, I knew I had to have Jessica on the show to talk about her printables and how they could be customized to fit a person's needs. And let's face it, for those of you who own a business, design for several design teams, or have creative deadlines, a cookie cutter system is not what we need. We need superhuman powers to get us through the planning nightmares, and I just happen to have the hookup to get you those superpowers. Jessica, thank you so much for being on our show today.
Hi, Suzanne. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. That was fabulous.
Oh, you're welcome. Why do you think printable planners have been so popular?
Well, just as you mentioned, I think they're so popular because there are many different unique options that range in style for each individual unique planning need. So just because you need a podcast printable design doesn't mean someone else needs that too. So I actually designed my first planner when I was still in elementary school. It wasn't anything fancy, nothing like what I offer in my shop today. I just knew I needed something different and unique for my own planning style. So I would use a spiral notebook where I would hand design in my planning system. So that kind of started me off in the world that I am today. I then proceeded to create my first printable planner while I was still in college. I created a planner for my sorority since I had so many different activities that revolved around it. I created something that would keep track of everything in my own system.
Now, you create and design printable planners and planner inserts. When did you start to see the demand for printable inserts other than just your personal life?
I really started seeing the demand the summer of 2013. I had actually created a free printable planner for my blog readers to download, and that actually went viral and was downloaded many times. And I received requests from that free printable to create other styles, other layouts for people to use in their everyday life. And that's where I developed my printables shop, and it's become what it is today.
What sort of printable planner pages do you offer? Is it just the monthly calendars?
I offer the monthly calendars, as you mentioned, as along with the weekly and monthly planners. So I offer 6 different weekly layouts since I know everyone has a different planning need. So those layouts range from your standard horizontal layouts that are either blank or lined, and then you'll find vertical layouts which are divided by hours or hours and meal sections. So those are the actual full planners that I offer, along with different inserts for everyday needs such as bill trackers, password logs, address book pages, daily planning pages. So you have 1 page per day in case you have a crazy schedule like you and I have, to-do lists, pages, notes pages, lots of single pages that people can use depending on their needs, along with specialty kits like my recipe binder kit where I offer tons of different layouts for different kinds of recipes, my travel planner kit, packing list, Christmas planning kit, wide range of planner kits that I offer. And I'm always working on new items. And I take a lot of my cues from my current and previous customers. They'll message me, hey, I'm really looking for something different. And I start working on it for them.
And as we talked about at the very beginning, you not only design regular printable planners, but you also create those custom pages on request. What is the craziest request that you have ever had?
Most of the time when someone requests something, I kind of dream it up with them, and I think it's really cool and unique to create something different for them. I guess the crazy kind of cool thing that was requested was for me to translate my planners. So I've had people request for me to translate them into Portuguese and Spanish. So I never thought that people across the world would be using something that I created. So it was kind of crazy in a good way to have that request come through.
And then I have to say, too, because I did not mention this at the very beginning, when I sent over my planner ideas to you, I had just scribbled some stuff on a piece of paper. And it was so nice because mine was really nasty and ugly. And I think I even put on there, this is ugly. And it was so wonderful to actually see what my vision inside of my head when it came out, designed with my pretty florals that you had done. And you had it. And it was so funny when I opened it up. I'm like, wow, why are these edges bigger on one side and then on the second page it's bigger on the opposite side? This doesn't make any sense until I printed it out and it fits. So that way you can open up, which is really nice. It's not like you just do, oh, here you go, you're one and done as far as a page. You actually do the 2 so that you can do the back and forth, the printing on the front and printing on the back, or having it open like a book layout, which is nice because you do go a little bit above and beyond than just, oh, here you go. Have fun.
Yes, I really do try and meet the needs and go above and beyond and try and fulfill your design needs. So I don't just want to create something and it be kind of okay, kind of what you were thinking of. I really want it to be something that you love, that you'll love to use every day when you open up your planner, and it'll make you happy and it'll help you stay organized.
Along those lines, along with the organization, what are the real benefits of using, printable planners instead of just going out and picking one up at a store?
I think you touched on it in your introduction, the infinite amount of times you can print it. I think that's a really good benefit because I have lots of clients that will download the calendar or planner and print out multiple copies for different aspects of their life. So I think when you do find that one thing that works for you well over and over again, it's nice to be able to print it out and use it again if you need to, or print it out as a gift for someone so they can start planning as well. So that infinite amount of times you can print it is the biggest benefit. Also, if you're using printable planners, that means there's someone that's designed that printable for you. So kind of like your situation, if you're going the printable route, you can find someone to custom design something specifically to your needs. And that's a very big benefit of digital planners versus something in the store. You won't know the designer specifically who made that, so you can't reach out to them to make changes for you.
I know I didn't prep you with this question, and I just had this thought in my head. If I came to you and I said, hey, listen, I have this logo, or, these are the colors that I have my office in, and I said, hey, can you do me something in a turquoise and a real pretty green? Is that something that you also offer with your customizable printables?
Yes, yes. I've created custom printables. I think you're referring to maybe like the patterns and color scheme.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know in my shop, I usually have pre-set up custom items where you can select, oh, I want this pattern or this color, but I do custom everything. So if you dream up a pattern with different florals and you want specific colors, I can do that. I can create that along with a custom layout that you send over to me or dream about, and I create for you, and we tweak it here and there until it's exactly what you want. I do completely custom printable designs if you choose to go that route. In my shop, when you go on there, you'll just see the standard template designs, I guess, where you can pick, here's the chevron, and you can pick from these 20 colors. But when you contact me, I can create anything custom.
Someone wanted to try a printable planner for the first time. What style or what layout would you recommend for them to start with?
Well, if they've never used a printable planner before, I guess they could be a little intimidating. So I would suggest starting with something like a daily planner where it's a one-page thing that you can print for the week, try it out, see if it works for you to print it out, to write in it yourself. And really, I've thought about this a lot because I'm not sure if you've been on my website lately, but I created sample planners for guests of my website to download. So they can go on there, download a sample planner in the different layout options that I have available, print them out, test them out, see if they really work for their needs before they purchase something. So I would just recommend either buying a single page planner or using one of the proofs on my website.
Ooh, I did not know about those sample planners. That is great. So they just go on, pick the one that they want to do, and it's just a small little, sampling.
Yeah, so right now the samples that I have online are really for my larger weekly, monthly planners. And I mentioned I have 6 different weekly layouts. So I offer samples so that you can go in there, download the different weekly layouts. I believe they're all for the month of May. So they'll stay that way. They'll expire basically. It's just for you to print it out, try it out yourself. But you'll download them, you can print them out, test to make sure that your printer works the way you want it to, or if you're taking it to the print shop, you can do a test print run to make sure it works for you and how expensive it'll be. And just test out the weekly layouts and see which one works to your needs. And if you find the one that you love, you can purchase the full academic version or yearly version. And if they don't work for you, that's when you can contact me and we can see what we can do to create something unique.
Now, as a fun end of our show, we do a fun fact segment that is all about you and your favorites.
All right.
So what is your favorite paper to print out your planner on?
So I know it's not ideal, but my favorite paper is cardstock. I just love the heavy duty, sturdy pages. I print all my pages out on cardstock, and no, my entire planner does not fit in my binder, but I have multiple binders for that reason.
And then what is your favorite planner layout?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm constantly changing out my planner layouts. I guess that's the perk of designing them. But if I have to choose one, my absolute favorite layout would be my daily planning page, specifically the business daily planning page. It just helps me keep track of all the things I need to get done for my business on a daily basis, and it's so fun to cross things off as I get them done.
And then what is your favorite binder printable design?
Ooh, so are you wanting to know for my binder covers or the pattern design or
I would like the pattern design, because I took your is it the roses, the floral roses, that little pink and peach and the little yellow. I think you had it like as a cover, and I was like, ooh, I want that.
Oh yeah, those that's really pretty. I really love that. I don't know why I did the colorful stripes design one year and I keep using it over and over. I think it's because it's got all my favorite colors, pink and blue and green. So I tend to lean towards that and then just design other patterns in that color scheme. But I made a kind of confetti design for one of my binder cover sets, and that's really fun. It's got multiple colored confetti just coming down the page, and I really love that one a lot. Now, if you want to know my favorite, like page design layout, I'd say that would be my password log page. I cannot live without that. I don't know about you, but I have tons and tons of different online accounts. And if I don't write down my passwords, I'm constantly having to create new ones.
Yeah, you and me both. I've got to find something better because thinking I'm going to remember them in my head isn't working anymore. It's not working. In your colorful stripe design, that was the first one that I picked up because the colors are great. They're so vibrant, and with the teals and the purples, and oh my gosh, yeah, that was my favorite one when I first got it.
Good. Glad I'm not the only one that loves that one.
Well, no, it was so eye catching. It's like when I went out to the site, I was like, okay, I need to find something. This is getting to be ridiculous, and yeah, I can just print out a regular stupid monthly calendar, but it's gonna be ugly. And I don't want ugly. I'm gonna be staring at this all day long. I need something pretty.
Yes, something that makes you happy to look at it.
Yes. So that stripe one was definitely that's what caught my eye the first time, and I was so tickled. And I have 8 calendars for each month. So that way I can segment everything out. So it's like my podcast calendar. And so all of my podcast interviews and my podcasts themselves are on one calendar page, and then I flip it over and it's like my bills, which is ugly. And then so I flip that one so that way it's not in my way. And then emails that I need to send out, and and it works out so well because I can customize it just for me and my needs, and they look nice when I'm going to do that.
Yay, I'm so glad that it worked that way for you. If anyone ever asks me how to use it, that'll be a suggestion. I haven't thought of multiples of each month for different sections of your life. That's a great way to use them.
And I don't feel overwhelmed, and then I take all of those monthly pages that I have, and then I take it because I bought the weekly from you. So so I can see everything going on, and then we chopped it up into 3 sections. So I just go through at the beginning of the week and I look at all of my monthly calendars and I transfer them for the week. And I have those in those 3 different planning sections. So I have all of my appointments on top, all of my to-dos are in the middle, and then my blog posts, my podcast, bills, anything that I have to do down that 3rd section. And so it really I don't feel overwhelmed, looking at just a monthly calendar with everything that has to go on, but I can still plan out, my month or months in. And I love it. You totally nailed it.
Oh, thank you. Good. I'm so glad it's helping you. And along the lines of what you were saying, I have an email series currently going out to my email subscribers where I talk about those like planning mistakes that we're making and how to avoid them. And part of that is that planning where you lay out your week, you look at your monthly calendar, and you write everything in by section. That makes a difference for me. And obviously you're doing it right. So I'm glad.
Yay! And then so all anybody has to do to get your little planning series of emails is just sign up for your newsletter?
Yep. Just sign up for my newsletter, and up until end of July, actually, if you sign up for my newsletter, you get free access to the monthly and weekly planner for May, June, and July. So it's like an extended planner sample, but you can print it out, try it out for a couple months, see if it works for you.
Oh, perfect. And then where can people go then to learn more about Jessica Marie Design, find the printables that you offer, sign up for your newsletter, and then get the freebies through July?
Sign up at my website. It is www.jessicamariedesign.com. You can go on there, sign up for my email newsletter on there. You can click through to find the planner samples. There's an article where I write about each of the planners on there as well. You can find that on there. You can find a direct link to my Etsy shop. You can find everything that you need to know how to contact me all on my website.
Jessica, thank you so much for being on the show today and sharing with us your planner solutions. For those of you who are having issues finding the perfect planner, leave us some of your biggest frustrations in the show notes and let's see if we can't help you find something that is perfect. Also, don't forget that we are giving away some amazing prizes this month for our planner series. All you have to do is leave a comment in the show notes for one of our planner series podcasts, and you will be entered to win one of 3 Rhodia bullet journals, one of 3 scholar planners from Quo Vadis, and one of 3 $15 gift certificates from Paperclip Planet. I also want to thank our sponsors, Quo Vadis and Paperclip Planet, for donating these amazing prizes and helping us put on our series for this month. Next week, we will have Lori Huff from Quo Vadis on the podcast to talk about the different options and styles for traditional planners. Until next time, this is Suzanne, and you have been listening to the So Suzy podcast. Happy stamping!